Good morning, I'm Elisha, and here's this week's school news. This week's Teacher Tuesday winner is all the incredible DHMS teachers, assistants, and staff. Thank you for all your hard work throughout this challenging year. Everything you have done has made all the difference to all DHMS students. Thank you. Teacher Tuesday will be taking its summer break early, so it won't be around until next year. Thank you to all the students who gave out shoutouts to amazing teachers of DHMS. Now sadly, just as Teacher Tuesday has gone on break, so will after-school activities. All after-school activities will end on June 2nd and there will be no late buses after school. On June 10th, all iPads and chargers will be collected. The iPads will be wiped in the summer, so make sure you save any photos you want to keep on Google Drive. Remember to return all your library books. All library books are now due. Please return them to the library or the Yoda box this week. Don't worry about summer reading though. You can continue to check out ebooks and audiobooks all summer long. As old doors close, new ones open up. If you're interested in fall sports, make sure you have a current physical on file. The exam for the physical must be performed on or after May 1st, 2020. Physical forms can be found on the DHMS website or outside of room 143. DHMS has officially earned No Place for Hate designation for the 2021 to 2022 school year. This initiative has allowed us to facilitate conversations with students about representation, identity, and ways to celebrate and highlight our differences. We have all been doing so well, so let's continue to make our school community a safe and welcoming place for all. Finally, just one more SOL left and we will all be free. Don't stress, get rest, and be prepared. That is all for this week's school news. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to World News, starting off once again with Russia and Ukraine. The war between Russia and Ukraine has severely impacted global food supply. The two combined provide roughly a third of the world's wheat supply, but much of it is currently prevented from reaching the general world. Major Ukrainian ports have been captured and blocked by Russian forces, preventing exports, and much of the Western world has placed severe sanctions on Russian resources. Ukraine, much of the rest of Europe, and the United States have accused Putin of manipulating the world by preventing food from reaching vulnerable populations, and the Kremlin has accused Ukraine of mining its ports and preventing exports, and argues that Western sanctions are unethical and are preventing it from trading its grain supplies. Moving on to Iraq and Israel. Iraq's parliament recently signed a law that banned the normalization of relationships with Israel. Relationships between the two have always been rather strained, and they have no official diplomatic ties due to the fact that Iraq does not recognize Israel as a country. Prior to this, Iraq's people were not permitted to enter Israel, and Israel citizens required special permission to enter Iraq. Now, however, the citizens of Iraq may not interact in a friendly manner with those of Israel without facing criminal charges. The government officials that approve this law state that it is in support of Palestine and that it disproves the accusations made by the sponsor's opposing political party. Moving on, finally, to Tunisia. The Tunisian president, Kais Saied, called voters to a referendum on the new constitution on July 25th. The poll will ask one question: do you agree with the new constitution? The constitution will reform parliamentary elections as well as restructure the political system and make it less party-based. The president dissolved the parliament in 2014 with promises to revive it and is since governed by decree. His opposition almost entirely reject the new constitution and arguing that it undoes the democratic progress made during the Arab Spring. He states that it saved the nation from dangerous instability. Thank you for watching World News.
Starting today, you can sign up for Arlington Public Library's summer reading program. Between June 1st and September 1st, the library will offer over 500 free events for all ages and interests. All you have to do is register on the library app or website starting June 1st. Log your reading for 30 days throughout the summer to complete the program. For each reader who completes the summer reading challenge, the Washington Nationals will offer one voucher, good for 2 tickets, to select baseball games in August and September. You also win a free book or a coupon for one free book from any friends of the library bookstore. For more information, visit the library section of the Dorothy Ham website. Look for summer reading.
It's okay not to be okay. We know you've heard this a million times before. It's okay not to be okay, and your mental health is important. But those statements are true. Your mental health is just as important as your physical and should be treated that way. Around the globe, 1 in 7 10 to 19-year-olds experience a mental health disorder. Suicide is the fourth leading cause of death for 15 to 19-year-olds. 3.6% of 10 to 14-year-olds experience an anxiety disorder. More than 1 in 100 of 10 to 14-year-olds experience depression. Factors such as your socioeconomic status, violence, situation at home, media influence, pressure to fit in with peers, discrimination, stigma, and your relationship with peers can all affect your mental health. What can you do to help? Talking to a trusted adult like a parent or guardian, teacher, or your grade level counselor, checking in with yourself and your friends about how they are doing both physically and mentally, and taking time for yourself can all help your mental health. Please feel free to write these down or take a picture of them in case you need them to access for your mental health in the future.